guys, it's JQ Crafty. We are doing another Confessions of a Paper Addict cut file. This was another new one from December. I'm sorry, I was obsessed with all the ones she released in December. Loved them so much. This one's Up to Snow Good. I got it cut out of white cardstock. I'm just going to back the entire thing on a vellum. And then I'm going to do some fun stamping and embossing behind here. And then we're going to have some pattern paper. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I'm going to use up some scraps. It'll be great. I'm going to mix embossing powders. Now, I don't know if anyone has ever done that before. Like, if you personally have done that before. I'm not sure if I've seen anybody do it before. But I wanted a specific color. I already tested it out. It worked exactly the way I wanted it to. But I'm going to mix my Distressed Embossing Glaze in Speckled Egg. I'm going to mix with my Ranger White powder, my Ranger Distressed Faded Jeans, and this old Stampin' Up! Hologram highlights that I have. Look at how pretty. So I'm going to mix my embossing powders and make this concoction, which looks like this. It turned out perfect. And yeah, I'm going to do a bunch of stamping. I might not have it all on film for you, but we'll see. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. So let's get started. So off camera, I backed the entire cut file, like I said, in this like slightly shimmery vellum. I have some random sheets of it I got at probably Joann's or something many years ago. I think I need to find some more of it. I really like it because it's not only vellum, but it's got like this kind of like a shiny, shimmery sheen to it. Shiny, shimmery sheen. All right. So I have the, I think the only snowflake stamps I have. I have them all clustered up on my biggest stamping block, and I'm just using my Versamark, plopping them down, trying to get like a good mixture, making a background basically, and then my concoction of those four powders, and doing that, putting them on, getting them nice and coated, and then heating them up. I can't see the magic of heat embossing very well on my video, and because it's blue, I feel like there's certain ones you can see really good on film. This one not so much. I will have a close-up at the end of what like the true color of what the stamping looks like, because I mean you can kind of see it here, but it'll be closer up. And then like my still photo, my final photo I took after editing and stuff, I couldn't get the snowflakes on the entire page to look true to color. It's weird. Like, I'm not like a professional editor, so I do my best. So there's the background. There's what it looks like. And, yeah. But yeah, I have a good close-up of, what the snowflakes look like and what the vellum looks like at the end. So I'm going to plop it right in the center, and I'm going to take some of these scraps I have. I am trying to use up scraps. The baby scraps hop has been going on all month long as well. And so I've been trying to use scraps, even though I haven't been using the thumbnail for Baby Got Scraps, because I've got to post about my other things too, my awesome design team stuff. So I am using these two scraps. One is a Pebbles paper, that blue one, and this other one is a snowflake paper from a very, very old like Christmas collection. I was using it a lot earlier when I was doing Christmas stuff. I'm not sure. I want to say Simple Stories, but that might be wrong. I'm not sure. But I'm just cutting strips, and they're not even by any means, and they're not all the same width. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to frame the top and bottom only of the layout with 2 strips each. And I really like it. And the Pebbles paper actually is not, I think, quite 12 by 12. It's just shy, like just shy. But I kind of like the look of it, that it doesn't go all the way, and I'm going to distress the edges, and I'm going to kind of just do it the finger style, and I'm really happy with what I did. So I skipped doing the one part, but I'm just skipping the gluing. So if you're worried about me editing, I'm sorry if I have lots of transitions, but I'm literally just skipping the gluing because I'm doing the tear tape, and to me it takes forever because I want my stuff to stick. So I'm just gluing them down, and then I'm just taking my fingernail just with the light blue paper and just kind of roughing it up. Just lifting it up, roughing it up with my fingernail. I'm going to do the same thing to the bottom. So you're going to see transition again where it'll cut out because I'm going to get my tear tape and start gluing. I toyed with the idea of putting a journaling spot. I didn't purposely leave this area for from stamping. Just when I was stamping, I realized, oh, I left a spot, but it's going to be perfect for my journaling. So there, I just edited out me gluing them all down. And then I'm just taking my fingernail and kind of folding up the edges of just the blue paper, the light blue paper. And I really like that. That just something just slightly, just different. All right, now I'm going to trim down my photos and get them figured out where I want them. They do mostly fall off the page, or not mostly fall off the page. Most of them have a corner or something that come off the page, but to me that's not a big deal. It turned out really cute. I think this is one of my favorite ones I've made this month for sure. And it's relatively simple. So sometimes it's not the elaborate tons of ephemera, tons of embellishing you do. Sometimes the cut file and the awesome stamping you do really speak. And that's all that matters, right? So I'm trimming it down. I'm trying to get rid of as much excess as I can, which works out well. You're not losing anything. And the great thing about my letters being backed in vellum, I can tuck the photos behind the letters and you still won't really miss anything because you'll still be able to see it through the letters, so your eye won't feel like things are being blocked, which is neat. So I'm just going to glue down the center with the snowflake and then the kind of adjacent letters that are touching the snowflake right now, so that when I start placing my photos and gluing them down, I can tuck them under the letters and then I will glue the letters down on top of the photos. And I think I did a pretty good job centering that. I just kind of eyeballed it. It's not often that I do that. I just eyeball it and hope it works. So I'm trimming down my photos just a little bit because I had these strips. So I wanted to bring those colors throughout the layout. Wanted to keep that same. So it's almost monochromatic, but I'm literally only using those two papers. And so I trimmed them down just a little bit more. So I backed two of the photos in a solid of that same blue that has the snowflakes on it. And then two of the photos in the darker blue pebbles paper. And just a nice thin border just to keep those colors active basically and apparent. And I'm tucking my photos in, trying to determine where I want them. And the top left and the bottom right are perfect. Those ones worked great. And then these two end up flipping just because where the letters land, they block less. So I skipped the first two, so I'm showing you what I'm doing with this one. I put a chunk of foam, just a random chunk of foam in an area, not the whole thing, just to give it some lift in kind of away from the letters. Just to give a little interest, something, so there's a little bit of dimension on the page, but not a ton, and it's just, and I do that with the top one as well. I'm just going to put some foam. I'm adding more glue to that one. It didn't want to stick. So I just put, so like that one I just did, I just put some foam kind of on the bottom of the photo only. And so this one you're going to see, I'm going to put some foam, unless it's like off screen the whole time. Oh, there, you can kind of see it. I'm only putting foam kind of at the top innermost area of the photo. And then when I tuck it in, it's going to have a little dimension kind of away from the letters. Then I'm going to go ahead and glue. So that's what I did for all the other 3 as well. I just put some foam, some fun foam underneath the photo, kind of at the corner that's farthest away from the words, so that it kind of dimensions up as you go out, just to give it like some flair. So some flair. Just pushing it down. I want to make sure it glues, and it did pretty good, I think. Yeah, it did pretty good. I was worried about it though. Yeah. And then I'm going to find a marker that matches the best, or a pen. It's technically a marker, I think. I don't know what brand it is. I have random pens and markers for writing in colors. I bought a pack of these gel pens the other day because I wanted some more color ones that actually wrote. But this one was a Studio G marker. I think they're made for bullet journals because it says bullet. Unless that's the color. I don't know. But that is what I ended up using. I draw lines with my T-square. And then, yeah, Hampton Art Studio G. And then I am just journaling about the fun snow day we had in black. But I wanted to kind of blend in, or like match and not like stand out like a sore thumb. So I didn't want the lines in black. I like that it keeps that color in there, and it matches that snowflake paper perfectly. But there you have it, you guys. That is it. I love the way this looks. This is a really pretty cut file. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the close-ups.